recording.
All right, everybody. So it is another episode of Zalinks, and I have a special guest with me here, and we're going to be talking about some very interesting, unique content, and we're going to have fun today. So first, let's drop this song as normal. Let's get some Nana Goody up in the building. Let's hear some music.
I love them, the money be piling up. I'm calling my man, I sent to the bread. We trapping, we know.
Long intro, yeah, but it's a dope track, man. I like what I hear so far. Yeah, so Nana Goody, Toronto artist. Follow her, check her out, and yeah. So right beside me, I have Vixen.
Vu?
Vixen with claws.
Oh.
Vixen Vu. What do you want to be known as?
Vixen Vu is what I go by on almost all platforms.
Okay, so we got Vixen Vu, and she's a sugar baby.
Former.
Thanks for the correction.
I need to get a definition on that at some point today.
Oh yeah, she's gonna give her bio out. I'm just giving the synopsis. So we have former sugar baby, gamer, and video vixen.
Cam girl,
OnlyFans,
all that.
Yeah. So why don't I let you take over? And actually, before we get into that, Zalinks again is a show about intimacy, sexuality, having real conversations, talking about challenging things like what we're going through with COVID, people that are lonely, people that are definitely doing unique things with themselves and other people, interactions, and it's a safe space. We talk about whatever we can, and privacy is respected. So if you have any questions, or for the viewers watching, they want to ask things or get involved somehow, definitely send an email to zalinks@gmail.com. That's ZAELINKS@gmail.com. And that's what we do here. We talk about...
Also, Instagram.
Yes, Instagram. Definitely if you want to reach out to me personally, Allizae Vlogs. And if you want to also send an email, you can... or DM, you can send it on Zalink as well on Instagram. And we will definitely ask as much questions as we can on the show and talk about it. So, Vixen Vu, give everybody a short bio or just give them what they should know about you.
Oh God. Like on the internet or locally? I feel like those are two different things.
I say give them what they need to hear. Just
okay. I have probably been in sex work since I was like 18 years old. But I feel like I have the unique story of having a supportive family, supportive friends.
wow.
I have an education, and I've been able to achieve a lot in my 20s through doing sex work.
Mm. And sex work as in...
Oh, sex work as in...
It's a generic title that we normally use. And it's like the specifics are not necessarily something you have to divulge, but just give people an idea of what your take on sex work, I guess, would be.
Well, I think now with OnlyFans, right? With COVID... With COVID now, I feel like every girl had to...
Make a decision.
Make a choice. Make a choice if she wanted to keep sharing her nudes privately, or charge a little something. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you're profiting off of your sexuality, and that is to me sex work.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way of looking at it, because it's not always like the physical stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%. And obviously there's like a stigma attached. And I think with OnlyFans, that's a pretty good introduction of destigmatizing sex work, in that, now we're seeing former Disney stars coming out with OnlyFans and making $1 million.
But even with OnlyFans, it's not only sexual content. I know a lot of people are doing like very borderline things and, just trying to get an audience there for like a paid wall.
I mean, I game on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So you can do whatever you want on it. And I think that's why it's really taken off. Mm. So outside of OnlyFans, I am a webcam model on My Free Cams. I do Twitch as well, which is just video game streaming.
Yeah.
And that's all I do currently. But in the past, I have done escorting,
I love how you say that with confidence.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, oh fuck yeah. And I was a sugar baby as well, and you know, it's now I just turned 30 like a few days ago.
you look amazing.
Oh, and that Botox. And it's one of those things where I look back at my 20s and it's like, I could not have spent my 20s in a better way where, you know, I got educated.
Right.
You know, I had a good time. I'm still friends with girls who I went to high school with.
Okay.
And they're not sex workers, and that was something they had to get used to.
But do you feel that they're still somewhat like judgmental because they're like they probably couldn't have foreseen like in the next 15 years from high school or whatever that like this is what I would do or whatever. Like
I think it's really hard for them to be judgmental when we're drinking bottle service in some club that, you know, they would never go to, right? And again, it's one of those things where as long as no one's being hurt, right? It's I'm not with anyone who would be upset by what I do.
they have to respect your choices.
Yeah.
You're an adult.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
And have been for like, you know what I mean? In this industry, your experience, and it's like, how can somebody try to tell you otherwise? Because you went through it.
In that what that being a sex worker is a negative? Or?
Yeah, like to even
I mean,
have
but
such
I've
a
seen
strong
it. But
opinion.
I've seen it. I've seen irresponsible sex workers. I've seen girls get caught up in, you know, cash and fast cars and blowing their money and drugs and pimps and all that really shady, nasty stuff, right? And
you avoided it.
yes, and I did.
Wow.
And it's about like making good choices. Like I never drank when I worked, right? Like I never drank in my early 20s because I'm like, look, like I'm already doing some dangerous shit. I didn't have to make it worse. Like I get fucked up now, right?
Yeah. In reflection mode. It's like, yeah, I'm good. I just thought about it. But no, it's important to make that clear because a lot of people don't have, you know, that on the fence mentality where it's like they know what will push them over. And like the fact that you've stayed, you know, very conscious, I mean, I think that's really positive.
I am lucky in that the times I have reached rock bottom, I have the support of my family always.
And that's key because I mean, a lot of people don't have the family support.
Yeah.
This realm of sex work seems to be like the product of, you know, the lack of family and all these things. But it was like a choice on your level. And it's like you had the support. That is like a rarity. I've almost never heard of it.
I think it's really about being honest and having your boundaries. My family had to make a choice of, do you want your daughter in your life or not? Because realistically, it's like it would suck if I never spoke to my parents again.
Right.
But I could do it. It's I refuse to live my life for anyone else, and that includes my parents.
No, that's huge. I definitely commend you on that because it's challenging. Because a lot of people have the fear, and
because you love them and you don't want to like worry them, and it's not making your parents angry or upset. It's making them disappointed.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't like to disappoint people. So,
I will say this: when my mom found out. When my mom found out, and my mom to me is, you know, which parent fucked you up? My mom. So when my mom found out that I was doing sex work, the first thing she asked me was, "Are you happy?"
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the second was, "What did your bank account look like?"
Cha-ching!
That's a woman's intuition right there.
Oh yeah.
She's like,
she
I'm
knew.
curious
She
though.
knew,
Is it worth it?
She knew.
I like the way mommy thinks.
Oh God,
Good
that
mom, man.
that woman is a blessing.
No, that's really good.
Can I throw a quick question in there?
Yeah.
Because you mentioned Twitch, right? Mm-hmm. And you also do OnlyFans. Do some of those fans overlap?
Yes, but you don't talk about it on Twitch. That's a no-go. That's an absolute no-go.
Oh, I know. Twitch is very
Yo,
strict.
Twitch is very and now that Twitch is basically going forward with, you know what, we're owned by Amazon Prime. Like it's Jeff Bezos just took that one.
No, so they're starting with restrictions and stuff.
I mean, they've always been strict. They've kind of always been strict, but it's making sure it's making sure you follow the rules, right? Like
Yeah.
you know what you're doing.
Okay. So they keep you in check.
Yeah, well, I think I think my fans keep me in check. That they're if I log on, they're and they see me, they're like, you got to change because you're gonna get banned, and we like watching you here, so let's not get banned.
Okay, so that's good.
They're loyal.
Yeah. They're mindful of the guidelines. They're not like, yeah, take it all off. There's a place for that, right?
Yeah, there's a place for that. It's called OnlyFans.
Yes. Okay.